I just saw the coolest commercial at an airport and I wanted to share it with you guys. But before I do that, I just want to say, as a commercial cinematographer, something that I'm always doing is I'm always looking at different references. I have gotten so much value from other people posting their methodologies online, whether it's videos about like how they analyze lighting from certain projects or what their process is for approaching commercial. So I thought I would share a little bit of insight into what I look for. So with that being said, let's get into the commercial. This commercial is by Mac. And it's really cool because I saw it in an airport just playing, and I decided I think I'm going to save this as an inspiration for something that I might want to do later on with whether it's like a certain lighting style, or camera movement, or whatever. Just an inspiration to have in the back of my mind. So let's play the first few seconds of the video, and I'll pause along the way to make some commentary. All right, this frame kind of gives away a little bit of the secret of commercial cinematography, and that is a great production designer. If I showed up to one of these sets and this was there, I'd be like, all right, well, I'm literally just gonna turn the camera on because this looks amazing. Like, yeah, maybe I'll throw the hard light in front, but like, what am I really doing here? There's like a lot of like flashing lights in here. So, that might be something that, the lighting technician, the electrician might have to figure out with the team. But yeah, I mean, one of the big things with commercial cinematography is essentially just having really good production design. She's walking along here. Got some nice product shots. We won't talk about product too much. And what's interesting is they did a match cut. This is the actual product, and then we skip forward ahead a few frames. This frame just says so much because, again, production design on point. This is where the entire glam team comes into play. So you have the hair team, the makeup team, and the wardrobe styling team. It just makes everything so much easier from a cinematography perspective. And I appreciate like all the artistry that really goes into this because it really makes such a huge difference. I'm gonna play along here. Okay, so this is a classic lipstick shot where you can it's a close-up, and the amount of detail that you have to be aware of here is a lot. So we have the product. Look how clean it is. They did a really good job just making sure that there was no like fingerprints or anything like that, because if they knew I was going to be looking, they knew I was going to find this video and then analyze the lipstick. But super clean. So as a cinematographer, when you're looking at details, close-up stuff, that's something that you want to watch for. The prop stylist and the makeup team, they're already going to be on it, but you're the one looking at the camera. You're the one noticing details that maybe people might not be thinking about. And lipstick here, super clean. Like just no. Of course, we're looking at something that's really high level, so they're not going to have like mistakes in the makeup. It's just really strong. And she's just kind of going over the lips with the lipstick. Sometimes lipsticks fall apart or they get weird shapes. So the prop stylist, whoever was managing this, did an amazing job just making sure that it kept this shape. And then here you can just see, the makeup is just really good as well. Move forward. Okay, and that's a classic shot right there. You have the holding the lipstick together and then boom, take it apart, and then you reveal her face. And this is where we kind of get a glimpse into the lighting a little bit, because you see the catch light here. In the eye, one hard light, super simple, looks really nice. One detail about hard lighting and just one light in general is that the placement has to be really at the right point in order for it to look really nice. If it's at the wrong angle, or if it's at the wrong height, it's going to look a little weird. So they really did a good job kind of like making everything fit here. And again, the wardrobe, really nice touches on the earrings. I really like that. Nails look cool. Yeah, lots of nice details. Different models, different products, kind of more of the same thing. And then also, when you're working on a commercial with a lot of different talent, with different skin tones, you just got to be prepared for that. A lot of times, some client and agency are very concerned about how certain skin tones will mix with each other on set. Some person might have very fair skin, and another person might have much darker skin tone. So the idea there is to be able to know how to talk to them about that. Usually it's just like making a small little explanation about why and how you're going to make it work. It doesn't have to be overly technical, but just to show the confidence that you have. This person's going to be a little bit of a darker skin tone, so we're going to make sure that it's kind of in line with the overall exposure. And if this person's a little bit a more fair skin tone, we're going to make sure that the highlights aren't too hot on their skin tone, and basically make them not worry about it and make them confident that you know what you're doing, essentially. Because I've had people make a huge deal about skin tone, like just on a call without even having been on set. It's like, are you sure that we're going to be able to make the skin tones such and such to make sure that everything looks like it's even, not too dark, not too bright, so on and so forth. So you gotta kind of, massage them and walk them through it. That's the game, the nature of commercial cinematography. You're essentially providing a service. You're creating, nice looking stuff, but you're also providing a service. So it's important to make people feel comfortable. Okay, so that I love. All right, so this is so many things combined here. I'm not really sure who it was. I'm sure it was a combination of everything, but just the attitude that this model is giving is just really strong and confident, and like, but she's having fun too. So this is where in the commercial world you are creating a vibe. You are creating something that people feel, and you are creating something that is a lifestyle. And that's what a lot of these things are, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's like fashion. You're really taking the product and you are making a feeling out of it. And the ways that she's kind of moving and dancing here, it's just giving you like fun, but also like very, very strong. So, I'm sure it has something to do with like the talent, the director, and the agency all kind of coming together and making sure that, everyone is on the same page as far as like the attitude and the feeling that they want to give. So really great job here. Okay, so this is where I might be able to come in as a cinematographer. You see like a little bit of a crash zoom there on the talent. And here, let's play that one more time. Boom, really fast crash zoom. And this is just something interesting to have in the back of your mind. Like, I don't know if this was part of the storyboards that the agency might have already created prior to anyone going in there, or if the director was like, hey, let's do a crash zoom. So sometimes you have a moment where the model and director and the team can just kind of freestyle. And sometimes they'll have these moments. So having certain camera moves or, poses or anything like that in the back of your mind can really add value to the shoot, because it's just like, the director's like, let's just say a director's like, oh, this is really cool. Let's have the model move this way, give some attitude. And you're like, you know what? Why don't we do a crash zoom? And boom, this is how collaboration happens. This is why it's so key to have inspiration in the back of your mind when you're kind of going through things, to kind of have in your back pocket. A lot of similar stuff here. Okay, I love this shot, which is gives me runway. And can we talk about this Britney Spears song, because it is, yes, right now, Gen Z, 2000s, that's like kind of what's trending. But Britney Spears, man, this song just really, really fits. So they thought of everything in this commercial. And I love this runway vibe, because like, it just, again, it's giving lifestyle. It's giving like strong. You see the two models here, but then the lighting is still kind of constrained to the top half, just because like you're really looking at them. And that's in the cinematography, that's where you come in to kind of control the lighting so that you're looking at the specific thing that you want the audience to look at. In this case, is the lifestyle of the fashion and then the cosmetics. I thought this shot was really cool because it points out, you see this little catch light in the eye. You always have to have a little bit of some lighting tricks in your mind, because, let's just say this is a slightly lower angle, right? So I don't know if it's a steady camera or dolly, but you see, if you're lighting from the top there and she's looking down, you're not going to get that catch light in the eye. But what they did was they put in some kind of reflector. So I don't know if it's like a mirror or if it's a CRLS or if it's some other type of like silver beadboard type of thing, but they're getting some kind of catch light in there. Maybe it's even a light, I'm not sure. It could be on the floor, or it could be kind of like pulling back. She's walking a little bit, right? And it's like kind of walking with her. It's not a very far distance, but you do get that catch light. It's something really subtle, but the details matter in these little things, because without that catch light, it would look a little less shiny. And that's the final shot there, really strong. Model walking towards the camera, lighting only on the face and the top half of the body, just because you're really accentuating that look. Really, really cool. And product shots. It's really fun to break down that commercial and kind of go through my thought process. I might keep doing it, but yeah, let me know if you want to see more. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.